Hi, and welcome to another episode of Sound Off with System One. I'm your host, Karen Callahan, System One's Content and Communications Marketing Manager. System One is a leading provider of specialized, highly technical outsourced services and workforce solutions to critical infrastructure, technology, life sciences, and government sectors, putting more than 11,000 employees, contractors, and consultants to work in the United States, Canada, and the United Kingdom daily. Please, while you're joining us, the broadcast, excuse me, drop us a note in the comment section where you're joining us from and what industry you're in. We have Ali and Rich moderating the comments and dropping everyone's contact information in there as well, so please feel free to connect with all of us. And today I am here with Domenica Heller, Director of Construction Management and Inspection at System One, who graciously took time to speak with us today about the oil and natural gas industry. As an industry veteran, we often leverage Domenica's expertise when it comes to energy infrastructure. So Domenica, welcome.
How are you, Karen? Nice to talk to you today.
You too. You're actually our first interview of 2023, so we're very happy that you're here today. So we'll start with how about you introduce yourself and let everyone who's watching know what you do here at System One and how long you've been in the industry, et cetera, et cetera.
So I have been with System One now as their Director of Construction Management and Inspection for going on about 11 years. I have been in construction in general for basically my entire career in the tri-state area of West Virginia, Ohio, and Pennsylvania.
That's amazing. What drew you to the oil and gas industry to begin with?
You know, it's a very diverse group of people. You have folks from all over, from different backgrounds. And I think at the time, we were starting off that boom in our area with the Marcellus Shale explosion that no one had ever experienced around here.
Mm-hmm.
Tiny towns in West Virginia, we're seeing crowds of folks come in, new workers and new business. And it was just a very exciting time for all of us. We had experienced a boom that we had never seen here in the Northeast.
That's amazing, and that's actually exciting that you've been in the industry for so long. Can you describe, for those of us who don't know, can you describe in layman's terms what you and your team do?
Basically, the easy way to explain it is that we provide teams of very different subject matter experts to oversee and inspect the work being done on pipelines and facilities throughout the United States.
Okay, exciting. So what does your project portfolio look like currently?
Right now, we have projects in just about every state in the country, ranging from new construction to upgrades and ongoing repair and maintenance, which is so important right now.
Can you expand upon that, the importance of maintenance in your industry?
Just like anything, it's important to protect and preserve what you currently have in place. As you know, with the last few years, us, developing our own energy independence, it's important to take care of the existing lines that we have in the ground to make sure that they're safe and productive.
And that makes sense because environmentally that is needed, the constant maintenance and for old pipelines and what have you. It's needed to have a safer environment as well. I've asked you this already. What do you feel sets your team apart from the competition?
I think what sets us apart is our willingness to support our clients that really need that personal touch. It's our integrity. We stand behind what we do. And I feel that we employ some of the most knowledgeable people that could possibly be out there. And we have for years. All of our clients are, multi-year. They've been around with us for years. And we deliver year after year. And I think that our team as a whole is, as I said, some of the most knowledgeable people across the country at what they do.
And does that go the same for your talent pool? Do you tend to use the same
Yes.
experts year after year?
Our bench is highly qualified.
Okay, and what capabilities does your team have, and where are you able to support across the U.S.?
Many folks would not know this about System One, maybe on the inspection side, but System One is the third largest engineering staffing company in the country.
I did
We
not
have,
know that.
we have over 50 offices in the
Mhm.
US, and we continue to grow year after year. We have recruiting support in just about every office, but the ones that we utilize would be here in Pittsburgh,
Mhm.
Texas, Orlando, Tampa, and others. So that we're pretty far reaching. Folks wouldn't know we are as big as we really are.
I didn't, and I work here. Can you speak on a current project that your team is working on today?
I go back to the repair and maintenance, the upgrades. I think the most crucial projects and program that we have in place right now would be centered around the ongoing repair and maintenance of the existing lines that are in the ground. We have projects throughout the country ongoing right now to make sure that these lines are in tip-top shape.
What does that entail, keeping them in tip-top shape? Like, what type of technicians do we use? Talent, expert? Like, can you?
Sure.
Yeah.
So when we're putting a team on the ground, it could be everybody from the construction management team, safety, mechanical, welding, coding. All of these folks are needed for each individual site.
Okay. And I forget when we were talking earlier? I think we mentioned something about post or pre-hurricane work that you were also involved in, that your teams were involved in, or maybe I
Hurricane.
missed. Yeah, I forget.
I think you're thinking about a project that we had in West Virginia that
Uh,
experienced some flooding.
the
Yes.
flooding. I'm so sorry. The flooding. Okay.
Weather is a constant issue. I mean, in construction in general, but especially with what we do, yes, it's very important that we have teams on the ground if there's any kind of weather scenario.
Absolutely. What do you feel the future holds for your industry and your team?
I personally think that our team is strong. I think that the future is bright. It's important for us as a country to explore all of the options that we have at our disposal, but it's also very important to improve upon and preserve the ones that we have in place. And we right now are a country that is dependent on oil and gas. And I'd like to personally see that we explore all the options at our disposal.
Exactly, because it's not stop. It's using all of our options and maintaining what we're doing right
That's right.
now. Um, yeah, and as you said before, it's just not only new construction, it's maintaining the sources we have so that our infrastructure is protected and working optimally. So
Absolutely. Improvements, but also the preservation of what we have and building upon that.
excellent. Well, thank you so much for your time with us today, Domenica.
You're very welcome. I'm glad I got to be with you all.
Yeah. So that, my friends, wraps up today's broadcast. In the meantime, as a reminder, all of our episodes of Sound Off the System One can be found on our YouTube channel, along with videos that contain expert career and job search tips, hiring manager best practices, leadership insights, and more. So please join us next week when my co-host, Ali Moen, will be discussing with her expert panel skills you need to cultivate to be competitive in 2023. And that, again, is 2 p.m. Eastern Time on LinkedIn and YouTube. So thank you. See you next week.